Live from the Channels Television Global Headquarters here in Lagos, Nigeria, this is Newsroom Series. I'm Dominic Iwiwu, and today we'll be focusing on the North Central region. We begin in Kwara State, as the federal government and the Kwara State government have signed a memorandum of understanding to formalize the growth and expansion of the existing technology incubation centers in Ilorin and Offa Extension, which is expected to foster the growth of technology innovation, commercializing of research and entrepreneurship in the state. The Director General, National Board for Technology Incubation, Kazim Kolawole Raji, at the State Business Innovation and Technology Conference Room in Ilorin, described the process as a partnership to initiate a synergy that promises a common goal as a team.
The team from the National Board for Technology Incubation, led by Director General Kazim Kolawole Raji, is in Kwara State to sign a memorandum of understanding with the Kwara State government on how to actualize President Bola Tinubu's agenda in the area of technology and entrepreneurship development.
The minimum interference with the production process.
He was taken round the Ilorin and Offa offices of the agency, where he expressed satisfaction with the output of the trainees. The execution of the MOU is expected to formalize the board's partnership and obligation in actualizing the terms and responsibilities of all parties involved.
The Technology Incubation Program is designed to, amongst others, develop enterprises at the state and local government level in Kwara State to reduce unemployment, create wealth, and promote self-sustainability, thereby reducing poverty within the state and the country.
The incubation centers is part of the renewed hope agenda of President Tinubu to develop enterprises at the state and local government levels across the country. The ultimate goal is to reduce unemployment, create wealth, and promote self-sustainability.
The frontier elite in the whole world today is about technology. And technology drives everything that we're doing as today, because we are in a knowledge-based economy. Mr. President wants to drive this economy to the grassroots to ensure that our youth are gainfully employed, we grow our economy, we create wealth, we take people out of poverty. When Mr. President said he's going to draw water from a dry well, he was talking about technology.
The Kwara State Commissioner for Business Innovation and Technology believes the partnership will build a shared vision of growth for innovative and technologically inclined startups.
We are seeing a lot of new products coming into the market, and then we are also seeing entrepreneurs start their business, being able to get coaching, being able to get support, being able to get resources to be able to support their business at the vulnerable part of the start of the business.
The partnership, when implemented, is expected to create hundreds of entrepreneurs in the state and enhance their economic well-being.
Staying in Kwara State, the state government has completed capacity training for 1,000 farmers and extension agents on small ruminant production and crop residue processing for improved utilization by ruminants. The training program was with the support of the federal government, World Bank, and the Kwara State Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project, LPRES, and the participants were urged to spread the knowledge in order to enhance their economic well-being and improve the agricultural produce of the state.
It's the end of the capacity training for 100 extension workers by the Kwara State government on the small ruminants production and crop residue processing for improved utilization. They make up the 10th batch of 1,000 beneficiaries of the training program, which took place in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. Speaker of Kwara State House of Assembly, Danladi Salihu, who was represented at the closing ceremony of the training program, says it has the capacity to improve agricultural productivity.
But whether we like it or not, the nature has started forcing us back to where? To agriculture. There is no technology everywhere in the world that have substituted production of crop and rearing of animal. Agriculture is one of the things that can reverse the economic crisis in Nigeria.
The state government is equally optimistic of a positive turnaround in the livestock sector, especially among youth in the state.
Training is in one part, but after the training, we want results. The result can be in two parts: improved production. And another part is that the government have tried their best, training 1,000 farmers and extension agents. The government has really tried. What is expected of you is step down the training. When you get back to the field, let your people know what you have learned. I believe some of you are...
Meanwhile, the state LPRES coordinator, Soji Oyawe, is optimistic that knowledge, skills and confidence gained by the participants will help them to implement the agricultural practices in their respective communities.
We've been going back to them, encouraging them to practice what they've learned, and also encouraging them to go back to their villages, to their domain, and do step-down trainings. And we've had such records. People that have learned will gather people and train people on what they've learned so they can pass knowledge on for sustainability. The impact has been assessed, is very real, very true. People over the state are practicing what they learned, verifiable.
With the conclusion of the training of 1,000 extension workers, they are expected to duplicate the trainings in their localities too.
Still talking food security, a market space with an agro-tech focus that will provide innovative facility designed to harness cutting-edge technology for enhancing agricultural practices has been launched in Jos, Plateau State. The Agro Innovation Center, located at Plateau State Polytechnic, Barkin Ladi, is to equip young people to develop, test and scale solutions that will translate local economy and agriculture into high earning capacity through technology.
The Plateau State government, in partnership with the United Nations Development Program, is introducing an agro-innovation makerspace that will give entrepreneurs, investors and artisans tools to turn around agricultural productivity towards enhancing food security. This is expected to redefine how agriculture is practiced in the state, from drone-powered precision farming to agro-processing that adds value to raw produce. Resident representative of United Nations Development Program, Elise Atafua, is optimistic that the center will provide the required certification needed to boost agricultural productivity to a commercial and high-income venture.
The world has changed and is changing. In times of uncertainties, in times of crisis, we can look at the glass half empty, but we must fix our eyes on the half glass full. And that is the young people of Africa who are innovating like never before. And we must give them the platform for them to shine.
The Plateau State Governor, Mr. Caleb Muftuang, assures of government's readiness to ensure that necessary assistance and support services are provided to make the center a success.
We would continue to provide support for this kind of initiative so that we can be able to boost the tech ecosystem on the plateau. We are presently in the process of establishing what is called the Business Process Outsourcing Center in Plateau State that will boost the employability and employment for our young ones. What it means that we can actually stay in our Business Process Outsourcing Center and work for a company in America and earn dollars.
In his welcome address, the acting rector, Plateau State Polytechnic, which is hosting the center, elaborates on the numerous advantages that will enhance agro-research in the institution.
As part of this groundbreaking event, our institution, apart from this groundbreaking event, our institution is working in collaboration with the National Board for Technical Education to cultivate about 21 hectares of the institution land with soya beans, maize, and Irish potatoes. We have already contacted artisans And I also appeal to the state government to help by providing the institution with some tractors to realize a dream of engaging in sustainable farming and agro-research. We are working to sustain innovation and entrepreneurship development and are willing to form collaboration with government and government agencies, industries as well as private investors, scale up research and access funding to place our institution as a leading force in agricultural sustainability, entrepreneurship, and job creation.
Governor Caleb Muftwang performs the groundbreaking ceremony of the Agro-Innovation Makespace Center, described as a catalyst for the youth and agro-entrepreneurs to engage in agro-tech, green economy, and digital innovation.
With over 64,000 indigent persons, small and medium-scale enterprises benefiting from the Aliyah NG Cares, Benue State government has launched this grievance redress mechanism training for those who may have reasonable reasons to seek redress. The Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Michael Oglegba, who is represented by the Director General, Budget and Planning at the launch of the training for desk officers and staff of the agency, says data previously generated for beneficiaries were skewed and cases of gender-based violence as a result of women empowerment are some of the ways the training aims to provide solutions. State coordinator of the program, Mrs. Jacinta Tol-Wombo, says there are feedbacks that indicates that grievances arising from the family units where a woman benefited and the man begins to feel threatened is part of the reasons the review is being done to ensure gender balancing in reaching out to beneficiaries.
Beneficiaries of the Benue State NG Cares program cut across welding and fabrication to the fashion industry and many other businesses, who have all received between 150,000 naira to 500,000 naira business support grants. From the feedback, some have advocated for an increase in the grants to small businesses, while those who applied but did not qualify have raised concerns about their fate. And that's part of the reason for this meeting, to seek redress mechanism for those that are aggrieved.
So this particular process of stepping that down at this time, more so that we're scaling up activities towards NG Cares 2 or Aliyah Cares 2. This activity is at the right time, within the right space, and to add that the coordinator at the point had massive experience from Suku, where she was the person, the manager in charge of grievance redress system at Suku. She's going to carry that bundle of experience to this program and ensure that most of the grievances that might come our way as we roll this program down the road might be adequately addressed.
Beneficiaries laud the inclusion of all segments of the Benue society.
Being a member of the Joint National Association of Persons with Disability Benue State chapters, we have seen where members have walked to us and said, Aliyah Cares has just given me 150,000 naira. So it's been a journey. I've thought from where I used to struggle on my own to where I now see state institutions integrating persons with disabilities into their programs, and we've been happy.
The state government expatiates on issues that led to the grievances redress mechanism.
The concept of this grievance redress is to ensure that the program gets a feedback. You know, people that are already feeling left out, people that are feeling angry based on different conflicts or things that have arisen in the course of implementation of this program, you know, that we are able to reach out to them and try to look for ways, mitigative ways to resolve the issues and ensure that there is peace.
With this training, the Aliyah NG Cares program in Benue State is looking to enlist those with genuine concerns and also resolve factors of gender-based violence associated with the implementation of the program.
And to healthcare delivery development, the Association of Resident Doctors, Federal Teaching Hospital Lokoja chapter, has called on President Bola Tinubu and the Minister of Health, Ali Pate, to launch an investigation on the decay of facilities and the inhuman treatment occurring at the Federal Teaching Hospital, Lokoja. Members of the association also demanded for the immediate reinstatement of their president, Dr. Jimo Umar, who was suspended last year for union activities. The spokesman of the group, Dr. Olushola Bauku, stated this during another peaceful protest staged by the members of the resident doctors in Lokoja, the state capital. They insist that the hospital's lack of manpower and facilities to deliver quality healthcare to citizens and the management is showing less concern. The decay in the hospital, shortage of staff and hazard allowance are many reasons for the protest, as the resident doctors insist that their sacked president must be reinstated. We're now being joined on the program by Dr. Bauku Olushola, past president, Association of Resident Doctors, Federal Teaching Hospital, Lokoja. He joins us via Zoom. A pleasure having you on the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me.
Now let's get straight into it. Now, how deep are these issues that you allege are preventing your members from carrying out their work efficiently?
All right, what we need to state here is that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has fought tirelessly to bring back democracy, must now call for an independent inquiry team into the affairs of Federal Teaching Hospital Lokoja. I am a member of the State Officers Committee of NMA Kogi State, and I'm the immediate past chairman. This situation has been protracted, and the demands were key. Number one of the demand is, despite the fact that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had made health sector the core of his administration when he said that in March 2023, it will interest you to know that there is gross shortage of manpower in Federal Teaching Hospital Lokoja. And don't be deceived, it is not out of Japa syndrome. It is because doctors are being casualized in the hospital, as we were told, and I'm aware, we have doctors that have been on locum for 5 years, renewing appointment every two months, and they were given devilish appointment letter that they cannot join any union and they must commit themselves only to the service of the hospital. No promotion, no pension, nothing whatsoever, no training, no research. Doctors, they will continue to renew their appointment every two months. They are supposed to be at their workplace. Another issue happening is the suspension of the Medical Residency Training Act. This is an act of the National Assembly. It will interest you to know that in Federal Teaching Hospital Lokoja, that act of the National Assembly has been suspended, and we have documents to that effect. Another thing that is going on is arrears of many years that are not paid to these doctors. I stand by my quote at that protest that the resident doctors in Federal Teaching Hospital at the moment are just 43. Okay. In fact, out of those 43, 2 or 3 have resigned. And the president that was suspended has been reinstated by the PAMSEC. The national body has a document signed by the PAMSEC with PAMSEC approval that the president should be reinstated. But contrary to that, a sack letter was issued. The reinstatement was contained in that letter 12/12/2024. Now, so we want to know why okay, thank you so much.
Now, what you stated earlier that you would like to see some investigations. Now, what kind of investigations do you want the federal government to carry out at the hospital, categorically stating them?
Every teaching hospital has core, service, training, and research. We want an independent. What we mean by independent is people that have no affiliation to the hospital, that will be unbiased in their investigation. They should investigate the service delivery. We have documents to tender to them when they come or if we are invited. The training in the hospital, we also have document to the fact that the training has been suspended. We have a document, hard copy. There is also a document that shows that doctors are being casualized. So many, over 20 to 30 doctors are under casualization. And this needs to be investigated because healthcare delivery needs to be optimal and needs to be a standard and international best standard practice in the state. And Federal Teaching Hospital Lokoja is the only federal health institution. And if that place is not working, then the health indices will go down in the state. So we're calling on the stakeholders, the senators, House of Rep members, the executive governor, Senator Govs, Akpabio, Senator George Akume, who are benefited from democracy, to come and launch an independent inquiry. As I'm talking to you right now, all the people that protested peacefully, they've been given query by these are union activities. The president that was suspended was given query because of his action as a union president. How do you guard people like that in a free country where people have, son of nobody, has risen to become the president? It's an egalitarian society, for crying out loud. A nation will improve when people talk, but where you guard people.
I'm very sure that most of the people who you are addressing your situation to are listening, and they will at some point in time address the situation. Joining us is Dr. Bauko Olushola, the immediate past president of the Association of Resident Doctors, Federal Teaching Hospital, Lokoja. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Some breaking news just coming in. The amount passed by the House of Representatives for the appropriation bill is 54.99 trillion naira. A breakdown of the budget shows 3.645 trillion naira for statutory transfers, 14.317 trillion for debt servicing, while 13.64 trillion for recurrent expenditure, and 23.96 trillion for capital expenditure development fund. Last week, the president increased the 2025 fiscal year budget from an initial 49.7 trillion naira to 54.2 trillion naira, seeking approval from the Senate and House of Representatives. The chairman of the House Committee on Appropriations, Abubakar Bichi, while presenting the bill for consideration, stated that the committee met with the Presidential Economic Planning team to further discuss revenue projections and expenditure for the 2025 appropriation bill. The rector, Kogi Polytechnic, Lokoja, Professor Salisu Ogbo, has said that the management's bold steps and many reforms brought into the institution have transformed the Polytechnic into the areas of academic, security and infrastructure development in the last 4 years. Ogbo stated this in Lokoja, the state capital, while addressing newsmen to reel out detailed accounts of his administration's achievements as part of activities to mark the end of his first tenure in office. According to him, the management under his leadership inherited an institution where cultists reigned supreme, academic activities were in shambles, no functional student hostels, and a lot of dilapidated infrastructures. He explained that the reforms he brought into the Polytechnic was able to restore normalcy and provision of adequate security of life and property for the students and staff of the institution.
Whatever that would distract them, that will also create insecurity, are those things that we're able to put a stop to that. And I want to commend the student union leadership, both past and present, for supporting us and for believing in us in that mission. By the grace of God, we have also put that behind us. Those efforts have yielded tremendous results, including the arrest of some students and non-students with guns and other dangerous weapons and illicit drugs while making an attempt to enter our campus. I'm sure we had one young man that was coming to the campus. He has his final exam to write. He was coming to the campus with gun. We apprehended him, we handed him over to the police. I'm sure somebody who's supposed to spend 2 years for a program, the 2 years is no longer possible. He couldn't finish again, and he has been battling with the law enforcement agencies ever since that time. And that is one of the things we continue to discourage our students not to take such part.
Governors from the North Central Zone have held a joint meeting with the National Assembly caucus from the region to strategize on the way forward regarding the newly established North Central Development Commission. The meeting, convened by the chairman of the North Central Governors Forum, Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State, held at the nation's capital, Abuja. The meeting, which is the first of its kind, brought together governors from the North Central as well as members of the National Assembly from the region to deliberate on the way forward, particularly as it relates to the North Central Development Commission. Governor Sule appreciated President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for signing the bill into law, and equally appreciated members of the National Assembly, especially Senator Abba Moro and Jeremiah Umaru, member representing Wamba, Akwanga and Nasara Egon, for sponsoring the bill on behalf of the people of the North Central.
We also agreed that we are going to engage some consultants who understand how to draw a comprehensive economic and security development plan, which we will use as a roadmap and submit to this commission as part of our contribution for the takeoff of the commission. We have also agreed that we will continue to meet more regular as far as this partnership is concerned. So most of the issues have been discussed amongst us about the unity, about the partnership, about the development of our region. We agree that we are going to explore all the areas of our competitive advantage, including the mining potentials we have, oil and gas potentials we have, the steel development that we have in the region, power and agriculture.
And that's where we draw the curtains on this edition of Newsroom Series. For updates on the news and all the happenings, kindly check our website. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. Enjoy the rest of your day.